RLDS episode 2 of season 2 just wrapped up, so of course I gotta give my opinion on it. You know, the horrors of everything, when the worst thing I have to do is give my opinion on a video I watched. RLDS, I'll never forgive you for this, except I will because I'm being sarcastic. Anyway, what happened in this one is that Agaton doesn't trust Lehel still, and he goes for a walk to clear his head. His wife clearly isn't thrilled with that sort of idea. He meets an old friend in Phoenix, and they have duels, but meanwhile, at the same time, I presume, Lehel is dueling Lehel is trying to get away from Justin and meet up with Daniel, because he doesn't want to get Justin and wrapped up in this whole disaster, forgetting the fact that this is actually bringing him into the field of disaster, so good job there, because now he's concerned about you and chasing you down, and Lehel is in such bad condition that Justin beats him to where he's running away to. That's how you know you suck at running away, when the guy who's chasing you gets there first. It's good that Justin knew where he was going, but then again, he probably knows it's like just by the back of his hand, so, you know, he probably knew all the shortcuts. Either way, anyway, Lehel doesn't want to get treated by Justin or just get any pampering whatsoever, so they has duel. In which case, the duels are going on, I assume it's intended to be simultaneously, and while both put up a great fight, they both lose. It's like the title of the episode's called Divided We Fall or something like that. Whoops, spoiler, I'm sorry, but once one guy loses one duel, you realize what the title means. And it's like, well, I wonder how this duel is ending. Just one of those things, you know? And Agaton has gotten a bit of a losing streak on his hand, considering in the end of Season 1, he lost to Lehel. Or he beat Lehel. I don't know how this whole... No, it was a winner to lose their soul. So yeah, in the end of Season 1, he lost to Lehel. In the movie, he lost to Ronan, a completely different character, I assure you. And now in Season 2, he's lost to Phoenix. My point is that Agaton hasn't won a single duel for quite a while, but then again, he did pick up quite a number of wins in the first season, but it's like, okay, now he's really filing corruption for that sort of thing. It's like, now he's paying the consequences of all those wins. Either way, it's just still one of those things that's nice to be like, wow, this is kind of come crashing down. I know why it's done in the script, just one of those things you're just like, huh. But good for story sort of things. And, so while that's happening, the meta mercenaries are, well, the last meta mercenary, well, not the last meta mercenary, the last one of the main trio we saw that from the first episode. There's probably more meta mercenaries and, of course, that sort of stuff, but the main trio, the Solomon Great user, as I assumed, went after Schmirko. And, well, he loses, because Schmirko is the only one on this team that's competent. And to which Schmirko, interestingly enough, takes the Meta Knight or Meta Mercenary under his wing, because if there's anyone you want to trust, is the guy who runs a completely different deck from you and was trying to take you out in a church of all things. It is quite interesting, though, that it's quite interesting that Schmirko was just hanging out in a church in normal everyday life. Even Doctor Strange tries to hide it somewhat, but you know what, this is the Yu-Gi-Oh universe, so we threw out common sense a long time ago. The moment the Fatal Row was pitted on card games, out went the common sense. Even the original series, the frickin' U.S. Navy bows to card games to defeat the Orichalcos. That's how bad it is. Although what's most interesting is the fact that the meta mercenary can speak a little German, and the fact that Schmirko's got the Hungarian subtitles that are overlapped by the English subtitles, so that's a little interesting. Just a nice little tidbit, I guess. Interesting though. Although I didn't... They could have totally bounced up and be like, oh, we have Bluetooth headsets of some sort that just auto-translate this sort of thing. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh universe. We've been sci-fi. We've also been sci-fi for long. This is the universe that keeps going further and further into the future. And sometimes into the past, if brains didn't go off, considering it looks like we went backwards in the timeline, but who the frig knows where we are. Then again, to go off of that one, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Main timeline has never made sense in a consistent pattern. They stopped giving a shit after 5Ds, and even in 5Ds, you could argue they didn't give a shit. They just kind of retconned it into existence with Monsters Beyond Time. But I've been talking more about the main timeline than I have the RLDS timeline, so I'll try to get on topic after that. No promises, though. because I am terrible at that. Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, I basically just summed up everything. And after that, it's just, well, oh yeah, that's right. Agaton learns that Phoenix doesn't want his wife or Exodia, considering that was his main objective to get in the first place, but I should have brought up earlier, but I only remembered now. But Phoenix just wanted to get his pride back. He didn't want to hurt any of Agaton's stuff. He didn't want any of Agaton's stuff. He just, wanted his pride, which, good at the end of the day. He's not exactly still a good person, but at least, he didn't take anything from me. He didn't hurt me. He just beat me in a duel. And if that's the worst thing you can do, he can't be all bad. And Lehel has to take back for treatment, except they get interrupted by some random schmuck, who's probably also a meta mercenary. And of course, Mephisto is up to his evil, no good deeds of darkness and corruption, and I'm putting money that it's Tomas. But that's just my bet. And yeah, that's pretty much it, assuming I'm not forgetting anything, in which case I probably am, but my memory isn't perfect. I do love the fact that there's a trend in this episode that every duel ends in about 600 life points, though. Like, all the main characters of Ronin/Lehel, Agaton, and Schmirko all get knocked down to about 600 life points remaining. I don't know if that was intentional. It was probably one of those things that just happened on accident, because I can't say I've never done that sort of thing. We're just like, huh, that's a little bit of a deja vu. But still one of those things where it's just like, what if that was intentional? Just to be like, see, they're all combined as a team in unity because all have the same amount of life points remaining. It's subtle, it's symbolic. That's what I'm thinking of. Or it was a complete accident, and the guy who scripted it, or Lehel, it was all by accident. RLDS would be like, yeah, symbolic, that's what we were going for. Yeah, I'll take credit for that. Up to you. It's just one of those things you notice, it's kind of like, huh. All the duels are fine, though, because all things considered. I mean, it's RLDS duels, they do a great job, that sort of thing, and it's very well done and all that stuff. There were some nice key moments. I love the fact of the whole, Agaton's duel was solid overall, just, there were some great key moments, just like summoning the Stardust Warrior into the, summoning Stardust Warrior into Topologic Bomber Dragon's Linkmurder, which caught me off guard because I was like, dude, I was joking about you doing that. You don't actually have to do it. He's taking me up on that bet. And then he just actually had a plan around that one. Everyone had a nice around plan on this one. Agaton had some, I just said Agaton. I'm not going to praise him twice. Well, I could praise him twice, but I'm not going to because that would be imbalanced. Because, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always been the perfectly balanced game. It has never shown any signs of any imbalance in the meta. Agaton had... I did it again. I told myself I wouldn't do it, and I did it again. Lehel, there. Lehel had some key moments that were pretty nice. Just all of his combos with the, the rockets and stuff. Just trying to get around Great Ogre, mostly considering that thing kept being a thorn in the side with all of its attack and stat reductions. Just, I don't know. Okay, maybe not so much that part, just trying to deal more with the Goki Swarm strategy and kept trying to find outs to everything. There were some great moments there, like with Borrow's Sword, Borrowload, all that stuff. Just, there were some great moments, is what I'm trying to say. I can't name one off the top of my head, but trust me, I enjoyed that duel. I'm not trying to beat anything. But Schmirko had the, Play of the Day thing with all those freaking combos and stuff he just came up with and pulled right out of nowhere. He had the Play of the Day, and which is why I haven't even brought up what it was, because I've forgotten it already. Great job, James. I am a genius. I think it was like the Staunch Defender, gain all the attack points combo. Or just something else entirely, in which case I brought up in the actual reaction to that sort of thing. Fuck my hair. Don't really have much else to say other than that. Just the fact that I hope Lehel and Agaton can actually get this shit worked out, because the old saying, united we stand, together we fall, but we aren't really being united, so we need to at least work this shit out and take down Mephisto, or else we can't take out anybody. Because so far, Daniel, Dan Destiny, dang it, Hungary's getting in my head. Daniel and Justin might as well take over the series, and Schmirko can stay there too, considering he's been getting the job done as well. Yeah, other than that, it was just great job on everyone's part. I love the episode, and I can't wait for episode 3. And even if it takes so long, I can't really complain about that sort of thing, because I have no right to complain about that sort of thing. Either way, great job, everyone, and see ya.